Welcome to the Forex, and here we're looking at the US dollar. And as you know, we were looking at a corrective pattern emerging across the 80, and that seems to be the case now. Well, we're looking for a three-wave correction in terms of an A and a B and a C, so it can be finished here, but I still think this is a little bit too small here, this pattern here, to compare to the sort of proportion and ratio, the look and the feel of it, all those sort of words, to this particular trend here. It may be enough, so we just need to be a little bit mindful of that. But the pound dollar and the euro dollar looking that it's got rally sort of potential there, but you know, while this is above the 80 here, we need to be careful about going long on those particular markets. But this particular correction here can just simply expand into a larger pattern, which would be having this is the A wave here, and this is a B wave over here in three waves up, and then a C wave here. It's hard to say how it goes. We could say that support on the 80-20, and then we could say that this market is moving further to the upside, because in the bigger picture we're looking for the A wave, the B wave, and the C wave further to the upside. When we look at the pound US dollar, we can see that we've got a reasonably nice impulse wave to the upside here, so we could expect a correctional pattern and then further upside to the sort of 169 sort of area there. So while this is pulling down, the US dollar could be sort of pushing up a little bit. Check the Swissy as well. The euro here, you know, we'd been looking at this being a five-wave sequence down, and you know, we do have a little A, B, and C in here, I guess, but it's just also, it's not big enough, you know, to compare to this. I know the euro in a bear market can have shallow retracement levels, but it's not really like we're in a bear market with the with the euro. We're basically looking for an A wave, a B wave, and a C wave here for wave 4, and then a push higher from there. So we're just really working through this little corrective pattern here, and you know, it's a little bit sort of tricky. We know the supply levels, obviously the 137.20 here, and then we've got the 137.72 and the midpoint, the 137.50. So you know, this block here and then this block here. So if the market finds support on 137.20, then you know that you're looking at the 50 and the possible 137.72. Yeah, basically it's just a little bit tricky to see how large this correction is going to be, but it would appear that it should get bigger. Otherwise, you know, this selling resistance would be the go. Looking at the euro yen, we're looking for a low in here for wave C of wave C here, and the way we're doing that is we're basically looking for 5 waves down from wave B down through to here, and we feel that that could be in place now. And if that's the case, then we're still looking for a 3-wave price action for wave D, and then also a 3-wave price action for wave E to make wave 4 completed triangle pattern from wave 3 over here. So look, not any sort of fantastic trades coming out of this sort of area here. This market is just still diminishing through to the 140 area here. So, you know, I don't know, it's nothing sort of, nothing really sort of happening here on a big scale, but you can look for a bit of a lift off from this current low in here. As I mentioned, we're looking down at wave 1, 2, 3, 4, and then looking for wave 5 to come down. I thought we may have had wave 5 here, but I could see that move yesterday there was corrective, and we sort of pointed that out. And we're looking for a new low, but the new low didn't come down as far as I expected it to come down either. So, and it still may. It's not like it's found support on top of 139 just yet. If it finds support on top of 13930, the top of group 1, 3 is always group 1, then you know that you'll be lifting back up into the 140 area there. And The other market that moves with it is the pound yen. So looking at that, the pound yen never really came down as much as the euro yen did in this particular leg here, but we're also still looking for a 5-wave structure in here, and it's really sort of sat on the 170, and normally you'd have this wave C of C a bit further down through here, and that's still possible. I just need to be a bit mindful of that. Picking lows, is a bit dangerous, but let's just sort of drill in here a little bit. So this is what we're sort of looking for here. Basically 3 waves back up, retesting the 172 there, but it's really saying, that's the low at that point there. And yeah, so that's what we're sort of looking for from yesterday, is a bounce off the 170. Let's just see how it sort of develops. It's in a downtrend through here, and I've labeled this here in the triangle formation of a 3-wave price action for A, B, C for the A wave, and then the B wave, and then 5 waves for the C wave here. And the markets are, on the daily, they are oversold. So they, we're looking for that support to help lift these markets higher through here. But let's just sort of see how we go. It's not like we're sort of, looking for a trade at, really, it's not a really high probability trade or anything. This gap here at 170.66 here is likely to be filled. But you could imagine if you've got support on top of the 171 that, there would be a different picture emerging and would be looking at higher ground. So that might be the trade, 171 to 172 there. But allow that gap to be covered here, whichever that gap price may be on your screen. And if that gap becomes the support, then so 170, 72, 170, 80, those sort of prices, you could even build a trade in on and looking to add on 171 there as well. Right, that's about it really. So, all right, thanks for listening.